Right, it's been a while, but I'm back and I need to do a review. If you've been watching on my channel over the last month or so, I've been doing quite a few videos with the new Yi 360 VR camera, and that is what is in the frame right now. I've waited a while to do the review because I wanted to obviously use the damn thing first and get used to it so that I could actually give a proper user review. So it's not an unboxing, it's just my opinions on the camera, some of the specs and some of the accompanying bits and bobs that I brought through for it, which I think actually enhance the use of the camera. Just ideas for any of you out there. I will put links at the bottom of the video to see whether you are, whether it'll actually help you. So as you can see, quick look around the camera first of all. Quite a sturdy little thing. It does actually come with a carry bag, which I do keep it in. The tripod that it's come with is really sturdy, cracking little thing. Little carry handle if you want to go around doing a bit of 360 footage, even though I do tend to use it on a big long selfie stick. I just find that better, but it is solid metal, the tripod is, and it's quite a handy little thing to set your monopod up on, set your selfie stick on so that you can get some height on it, especially if you're doing like Google Street View and things like that, so that's quite good. Looking around the actual camera, on this side you've got a little flap which is quite stiff, and in there you have the battery, just pulls out, and I'm not sure if it's going to focus on that, but it's a 1400 milliamp hour battery. That's where the memory card is. I've got a 128 gigabyte high-speed card inside this camera, for the simple reason that when I'd actually got it set to 5.7K, I noticed it was literally burning through a gig every minute. So a 32 gig card just wouldn't cut it for me. If I'm out for the day, I want to do enough filming, so I had to get a big enough card. You've also got a micro HDMI out on the side, which I've never used. I've never used one on a camera yet, but I'm sure some of you might want to get used for it. And you've got a USB-C connector just at the bottom there. Obviously that's for transferring of video. You can charge your battery from that, and also you can plug an external mic into. So that covers basically what's inside the protective dust flap. Just got to make sure that that clicks in, just to stop any dirt or anything getting into it. Not quite sure what these little rubber pieces are on the side. I think they're just really for show, to be honest with you. Obviously you've got the emblem, which is Young Innovation, I think it stands for. Your LED light that shows you that the camera is in operation, and that light is on both sides. And also there's a mic front and back, so you do get surround sound when you're recording. And I find that the sound is really good actually. Picks up wind noise really bad. Whether you could like make some kind of mini wind muff or something, not too sure, but I've got around that with my external mic. On this side is your on button, and also it's your button for taking video or photographs. So long press and it'll make that lovely little noise. And on the top then you've got your display, which isn't brilliant in bright light, as you probably notice if you've looked at any other videos, but obviously I've got it set to video at the moment. It's in 4K 25 frames per second. It's showing that I've got 104 gigabytes free on my card. That's when it's been formatted. Shows the state of my battery and the fact that it is wireless enabled. You can scroll through these, so you can go video, you can go time-lapse video, video settings. So if you go into that, you just press the button on the side and then it takes you into it. So video, so I can go into that again, and that shows me that 4K 25 frames a second. The reason that it's only giving me the one option is because I've got it set for in-camera stitching at the moment. If I come out of that and then I actually go down, go into the stitching, and then I open that up, set that to no. Then if I go back up to it, to the video settings, if you can see that, then go into it, all of a sudden, hey presto, I've got 5.7K at 25 frames a second, 5K at 25 frames a second, 4K at 25, I've got 2.5K at 120, sorry, that's at 25 frames a second, 2K at 100 frames a second, and 2K at 50 frames a second, and then obviously go down and exit. You can alter your bitrate, go into that, quite high bitrate, 80 megabytes per second, 60, 40, and exit. Loop recording, so a bit like if you're using the dash cam, that kind of thing, obviously. Stitching, as I said, yes or no. Distance, now this is quite interesting. You can actually set it for either indoor, if you're filming indoor obviously, outdoor, or selfie. So that's like really close basically, and it does make a big difference on the stitching effects. Scene mode, I can go into that, and I've got none. Stage mode, now that's an interesting one. What that does is, if you've got one of the lenses pointing towards a stage, or obviously it's a concert and it's really bright, and then the crowd behind you is quite dark, you set that and it actually compensates, so it's almost like a HDR setting. It increases the exposure on the darkened side to try and bring it up. Obviously night mode, now if you look at one of the videos I did outside at 5.7K at that fair that I took my daughter to, I actually set that to night mode and it worked really, really well. And then we've got metering. So go into that, average, center, spot, and obviously exit. So it's like you've got loads of settings as you would for a normal camera. ISO, which is set to auto at the moment. It can be auto, it can be 400, 800, 1600, 3200 or 6400. EV value, so I can obviously plus or minus on that. I'm not quite sure how many stops, so there we go. It goes either up to -2 or +2, obviously. White balance, sharpness, flat color is off because I like it quite vivid on it. Hopefully you can see this and I'm not covering too much with my thumb. And then exit on that one. So that's your video settings. Yeah, your Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth for remote, which again I'll show you something on that in a moment. If we go into photo mode, there, go into that, and then it shows you how many shots I can take, and I can take 13,242. I've taken 35 at the moment, and it's 2880 by 5760. If we go into photo, I can go burst, so obviously a sequence of shots. There you go. Didn't mean to do that, but that's the burst mode. So burst, and then back into video. And that's basically it for the simple, but at least you've got a screen with information. Bright sunlight, not the best, I'll admit, but it gets the job done. And it's far better. The only other camera that I own that had anything similar to this was the Samsung Gear 360 cameras. I've got the Gear 2016 model. All my other ones, obviously the Mediasphere 3.5K, that one, just basic information, shows you whether it's recording or not. Got to be very careful with these lenses. I've heard a lot of people complaining that they've scratched them easily. I always put this straight back in the case. I do not want this to get damaged. I find the in-camera stitching absolutely excellent. The 5.7K stitching, obviously you've got to do that with the app on the computer. I had to leave it running overnight. It takes forever. I'm running an i5 processor with 8 gig of RAM. So the PC application stitches your 5.7K content. It's got two 220 degree 8 glass lenses. They include 2 aspheric glass lenses, each with an f2 aperture. Creates a complete vivid 360 image. You can stay connected is important. It's got built-in 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, so it's got dual Wi-Fi in it. Wi-Fi provides download speeds of up to 100 megabytes per second to make live streaming in 4K convenient, stable and effortless. Obviously, if you've got a decent 4G connection on your phone. Bluetooth allows you to remotely control the E360 with an optional Bluetooth remote. I will actually go through the app and show you some of the things on the app. You can do a stretch view, little planet view, you can do a round view, a dual VR view and a panoramic view. High-speed data transmission, yeah, USB-C port on it, reaching speeds of up to 40 megabytes per second. Stability technology, it's got built-in 6-axis sensors and uses hardware-level sphere stability technology. Your 360 videos will remain stable, whether it's running, skateboarding, snowboarding or any other activity. It ensures shake-free footage up to 5.7K. At 5.7K, your battery will give you approximately 40 minutes. In 4K, you'll get 60 minutes. Obviously, you can use a VR headset to view the footage back. It's got a standard 1/4-inch screw thread underneath, so that you can obviously put it on a tripod if you want to, or you want to put it onto a selfie stick or some kind of light stand. The sensors in it, it's got 2 Sony 12 megapixel CMOS IMX377 or 1 2/3 sensors in. Microphone is a 360 degree omnidirectional microphone. It takes JPEG photographs, as I said, 5760 by 2880. I started off with, I think it's a Smatry Bluetooth speaker case. And the reason I brought this was it had got an insert inside, so I put my little pocket at the top to put my stuff in. And it had got a cutout inside, and it took 2 different versions of Bluetooth speaker, a small one, a bigger one. You took the inside pieces out and you could fit more in. So what I do in here is the camera goes in its little bag, and that sits in there, nicely protected. In this top half, I keep the tripod. What I brought for it is, it's a Xiaomi action camera, Yi action camera, generic Bluetooth remote. As you can see, it says Yi, if you can see that on the back. This connects straight away to it. Absolutely brilliant. I think this cost me about £7. So that's one thing, just fits in there nicely. Take that out. The other thing I got was, these are OEM Yi action camera batteries. It's for the Yi 4K action camera. Got these again off Amazon. These did take about 2 weeks to get to me, but I got 2 batteries and the 1400 milliamp, and they seem to hold a really good charge. And it came with dual charger as well, so battery either side, just plugs in, and that just sits quite nicely in the side there. And then obviously I've got a little case that I put the batteries in. It's not shorting out or anything like that. Again, I'll put a link in and just explain exactly what they were and what the cost was. Right, just check, the batteries cost me, for the dual charge and the 2 batteries, was £17.99, and that was free postage, which I thought was quite excellent. The case that I bought from Amazon was a Smatry hard travel case for both SoundLink Mini 1 and Mini 2 Bluetooth speakers, and that cost me £9.99. In this top part here, we have some other extras. That's just a micro USB cable, that's to plug into the charger when I'm out and about. also got lavalier mic set. Now, if you buy a lavalier mic set, they don't work when you buy them. I keep a USB-C cable in there for charging the camera. What you need is the official Yi USB-C to 2.5mm jack plug. That plugs into the side of your camera, and then to make it work you need one of these. What it does, it converts the, is it TRRS to TRS, or the other way around. I will actually put a link in for this so you can actually tell. Because basically when I plugged my mic in, nothing happened. This was just a cheap lavalier mic which I bought again off Amazon. I think it was something daft like about £10 or something like that, but it's had good reviews. When I bought it, plugged it into, because I bought this connector, plugged it in and didn't work, absolutely gutted. I tried plugging it in through my Zoom H1 mic, that didn't work either. Couldn't get anything to work on it at all. But with this little adapter plugged into it, and that just goes in there like that. Basically my Zoom works, the lavalier mic works. I'm using the lavalier mic at the moment to record this video. That actually works, but I just wanted a cheap one to keep in there. The lavalier mic came with a mini dead cat, which is great for in the wind, and another little muff. It came with two of these actually, and it also comes with quite a long extension cable. So I haven't used this yet when I'm out and about, but if you're out and it's windy, because on a couple of my videos you will have noticed it's quite windy with the camera running, I can plug this in and I will try it, because I'm still experimenting at the end of the day. So yeah, really pleased with that. The first thing that I brought, and it was a completely not a waste of time, was this, because I got the bright idea that you could actually plug this into the camera, charge the camera and have a mic plugged in at the same time. Doesn't work. You can get charging, that works fine, but plug it in, plug your mic in there, doesn't work. In fact, I don't even know why I'm keeping this in the case anymore. This cost me all of, I think it was £3 off eBay. Waste of money. Don't buy one. Tried it, doesn't work. All I've got in there now is a cleaning cloth, an adapter and a desiccant case, and as you can see it fits quite nicely inside the case. Everything's all compact. Goes down, zips up, nice little carry handle, nicely protected, everything's there, 2 spare batteries, mics, everything, complete for doing full day out video in 360. Right, this is the Yi 360 app, so switch the camera on, and this is the beauty of it. You haven't got to, like a lot of cameras, go into your phone's Wi-Fi settings and look for it like you do with the media. It's as good, if not better, than the Samsung Gear 360. So you just basically go into that, switch that on, go into the app, it'll look for it, find it, beep, done, connected. There you go. There we are, there's my ugly mug. Full 360 in the living room. Complete with clothes on the dryer in the corner. It's the only thing with 360 video. You've got tidy up all the way around. So you've got that on the app. So there we go, we're in the app now. As you can see along the bottom, we've got timer. So we can go into the timer mode, as we mentioned, all to them. ISO, different speeds, got it set for auto at the moment. Plus or minus EV values, white balance. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the triangle is. If you click on it, it comes up high, medium or low. I'm assuming that's sharpness, and I haven't really bothered to check because I haven't needed it. On the top, obviously you've got your actual settings, resolution, so I can go into there. At the moment it's set to 2880 by 5760 on there for the photo. because I've got it set in photo mode on the camera at the moment. Camera stitch, you can choose that for on. Again, you can go in as you can on the camera, distance, distance, selfie, indoor, outdoor. Alters the way it focuses and the way it stitches basically. Metering mode, video standard, there you go, as I mentioned. PAL, NTSC, that's the one, that's what I needed to remember. That will alter it slightly. LED light on or off, that's the light that's on the camera. So you can switch that on or off if you want to like be a bit more discreet. This is one that got me when I first got it. It says here mic. Now that at the moment, that for the mic is set for the internal mic. If you do that, that means that's external mic plugged in. So when it goes blue, that's external mic. That's why when I did my first video at the fair in 5.7K, I filmed the whole damn thing and I didn't record any sound because I thought I got the right settings. I'd only just had the thing. At the moment I'm running firmware version 1.153. That came out on the 21st of Jan, only recently. Supports burst shooting function. Hold the user setting IQ parameters after reboot, because people were complaining that when they rebooted, it had forgotten what it had done last time, and it optimizes the UI. We can actually alter the different ones here, so we can go into like a sphere mode. We can go into a panoramic view. Little planet mode, so we can move things around, do some weird settings. Oh look, we're in a tunnel. Then if I go into, so I've got at the moment I've got it set to burst, as I mentioned when I did it by mistake earlier. We can go into basic photo. Now the photo one is really groovy, because when you look at the app on the photo, if you choose this here, see the little person icon, if I choose that, basically what you do is you set it up on a monopod or a tripod, take a photo, standing in front of the camera, one lens. It then asks you to walk around the other side, you take another photo, then you go slightly off center for the third photo, and then it stitches the photos together so that you're gone. You've disappeared. For Google Street View, that is amazing. Really like that. And then last but not least, well actually it's not last, we've got video mode there. So you know the different settings that I shown earlier. On there you can do mic on or off if you just want to do in silence. Obviously all your different settings for that. And then last but not least, time lapse. Set the time lapse and then I can choose how many that I want to do it on there. I have done some basic time lapses, again, faultless, absolutely faultless. A lot of people have, these are just some of the files that I've got on there. So this is actually stored on the camera at the moment. A lot of people have complained that they've had faulty lenses. I'm a member of the Yi Action Group on Facebook, claiming that they've had faulty lenses and this, that and the other. Whether I'm just lucky, I don't know, but the camera has been absolutely perfect for me. This is just some pictures and things I did when I've been out and about. This was just when I went last time to the power station, the water pumping station. And you can't really appreciate it on here, but I think the quality is exceptional. I'm really, really pleased with it. Low light, everything. I have not had a problem at all. Video footage, I've found that it's been really good when I've been out and about. So yeah, that's just off one of my videos I did before. You can download that off the camera for high def. It's only low definition at the moment. We'll come out to that. The only thing that I have had an issue with is the way that it pans from left to right. If you look at the videos I've done so far, what I've noticed and what I've been explained is that when the camera's in an upright position, the gyroscope's on, it takes out the wobble. What I've been doing is I start the camera off like you do with the Xiaomi in the upright position on a selfie stick, and then I angle it down to 45 degrees so that my selfie stick is disappeared, so it looks like the camera's floating in the air. Then what happens is, as you pan the video left to right, it's as if it doesn't compensate for the horizon, it doesn't auto horizon it, and that you can't pan smoothly. I'm either doing something wrong, which is more than likely, or somebody said to me it does work. If it's in the upright position and you're videoing and you use your finger on the screen to pan, it's absolutely fine. The Xiaomi, you start off in the upright position, you lower it down, and it works absolutely perfectly. The E360. Would I recommend this camera? Yes. I brought this myself for my own hard-earned cash. I have never been given anything for any of the YouTube stuff I do. I'm called Gaddy Gadget because I love gadgets, and this is without a doubt the most exciting 360 camera I own. I love the Xiaomi. I've still got my Gear 360. I've got my little Insta Air 360. I've got something else on its way, which I'm not going to talk about just yet. That's a surprise. Love this. Dead into the 360 stuff. I promised that I was going to do far more 360 this year, 2018. Ben Claremont, Mike Ty, all the others, Creator Up, you, giving me loads of advice, exceptional videographers with 360. I'm nowhere near as good as those gods, but I'm getting there. And what I love with 360 is it's recording the moment. The reason I got into doing YouTube videos was to record memories for myself, and also from my family for the future. We don't know what the future holds. I've only been doing YouTube videos properly for a year now. I'm up to 182 subscribers now, 41,500 views, which I'm really pleased with. And the thing is, I can look at a video that I did a year ago and it's recorded, it's a memory. Other places I've been over the years, I wished I'd done proper videos. All I've done is photographs and stuff, and yes, it records the memory, but not the same. And I really think that 360 is definitely a brilliant medium for that. The only thing that I'm really excited about is the Yi Horizon 180 camera, doing like 3D. That sounds fascinating, and if it's as good as value as the E360 is, I'll be really pleased, because this thing on Amazon at the moment is £354. I got it for £75 off. Sold a few things so that I could buy it because this is what I wanted, and really pleased with it. I'm pleased with all my 360 cameras, but at the moment this is top of my pile. So thanks very much for watching the review. Hopefully it's not too long-winded. I wanted to cover everything off. I've waited a month or so to get round to doing this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave any comments or questions. I'll endeavour to help anybody any way I can. Thanks very much for watching. If it's your first time, please consider subscribing. If it isn't your first time, please give me a thumbs up. That's always great. Constructive criticism greatly appreciated. Catch you next time. Thanks very much. Bye.